Life is weird. Okay, here it is. I'm going to try to get this out, make it make sense to you. So, my grandparents were having trouble, some weird things happening. They had deer meat missing from their front porch freezer. This had happened 5 or 6 different times. My grandpa was a big hunter. So, anyway, this was going on. They assumed that either my uncle or my brother was stealing the deer, which made no sense whatsoever because they live there and they eat the deer with them and they don't have the ability to cook their own deer somewhere else. And anyway, it made no sense, but it was how they justified it. I remember them calling and talking to my dad about, the bullshit that was going on, with their deer missing and this, that, and the other, just over time. And then one night, my dad got a phone call and he took off and he went to my grandparents' house. And while he was there, the story that he was told was that whatever it was trying to get in the front door. And then it went around the house to the side door and began wiggling the knob. My grandmother was absolutely flipped the fuck out. So my dad gets there and he's talking to him and, trying to calm him down because we only lived like 3 miles away from him. So he was able to get there pretty fast. Anyways, so he's standing there and they're talking to him and dad sees something go by the window in the kitchen. And my dad is absolutely no nonsense. He doesn't fucking care. And out the door he fucking went. He goes around the side of the fucking house. He's gonna catch whoever the fuck is fucking around. And he goes around and he realizes that the window is probably 9 feet up. See, without him thinking, he didn't realize that the kitchen, that the house has a basement. So you're on the main floor. It has a basement. The window is two stories up. So, and it's kind of like a daylight basement, so it wasn't like a full, and so it was in the ground. Anyway, needless to say, apparently my dad was not okay in that moment, and he took off and went back into the house. And this is the story that we were told right after the fact. My dad was pretty shook up, and yet at the same time, he had to hold it together for us kids, because you don't want to freak us out, even though we already fucking knew all about this kind of shit. We were dealing with it regularly. But needless to say, that's one part. It was shortly thereafter that summer they took all the trees down, because the trees would come right up to the back of my grandparents' house, and they took them back probably 20 feet. So they just mowed all the trees down 20 feet away from the house. And they all knew what it was, and we had other situations happen, both at our house, my grandparents' house, my uncle's house, all within a probably 10-mile, swath. Anyways, that's the story. Love you guys.